In the winter of 2020, a tragedy unfolded in Cincinnati that left more questions than answers. Two innocent lives were lost, a young mother and her child. The story that followed would expose pain, rage, and ultimately justice. This is the story of Desean Brown, his crime, the aftermath, and a sentence that closed one chapter but opened wounds that may never fully heal. Desean Brown was 25 years old at the time of his arrest. Little is publicly known about his upbringing or early life in detail beyond what emerged during court proceedings. He was in a relationship with Nyteisha Lattimore, mother of a 3-year-old boy, Nylo. On December 5, 2020, the seemingly normal colliding with the unimaginable. Brown allegedly stabbed Nyteisha multiple times inside her apartment in the Walnut Hills area of Cincinnati. The violence didn't stop. He is accused of taking her young child, Nylo, and in the early hours of the next morning, driving to the Purple People Bridge, placing Nylo in his stroller and throwing him into the frigid Ohio River. While the child's body was never recovered despite extensive searches, the case would hinge on forensic evidence, witness statements, and confessions. The accounts revealed chilling details. Nyteisha is said to have been stabbed 11 times in the neck inside her apartment, leading to her death. After her death, Brown ordered a body bag via eBay. Then days later, he called an Uber. Within that Uber, he transported Nyteisha's wrapped body in the bag and drove to the same bridge where he allegedly disposed of young Nylo. At the bridge, the body bag got lodged on a ledge. A security guard discovered it and alerted authorities. While Nylo's body was never found, investigators believe he was thrown off the bridge while still alive. His stroller was recovered. A crucial element raised in the public's eye was whether Brown had been planning this in advance. The parents of Nyteisha and Nylo pressed for harsh penalties, including the death penalty. Brown was arrested and formally charged with several counts, including aggravated murder, gross abuse of a corpse, and evidence tampering. The state prosecutors sought the death penalty. Before trial, a question was addressed. Was Brown competent to stand trial? 2 psychologists evaluated him and found him capable of assisting with his defense. He was deemed competent. After protracted legal motions, Brown entered a guilty plea on September 10, 2025. He pleaded guilty to 2 counts of aggravated murder, one for Nyteisha, one for Nylo. As part of a plea agreement, the death penalty was taken off the table. Other charges, including gross abuse of a corpse and tampering with evidence, were dismissed. Judge Leah presided over the hearing.
Disorder. His illness did not significantly impair his capacity to exercise rational judgment in relation to his conduct, either with respect to conforming his conduct to the requirements of law or appreciating the nature, consequences, or wrongfulness of his conduct. The defendant's motion to exclude the death penalty due to serious mental illness at the time of the alleged offense is hereby denied.
On that day, Brown was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. In court, the assistant prosecutor described the actions as ruthless and noted the severity of both murders. For the Lattimore family, the sentence brought a sense of closure, but no relief. Their message expressed anger, heartbreak, and the unspeakable weight of not knowing where Nylo's remains lay. Roderick Lattimore, Nyteisha's father, said that no punishment will ever be enough for the loss of his daughter and grandson. He asked Brown, "What did you do to my grandson?" He expressed that, though relief came in the life sentence, the family will always carry the question of what really happened to Nylo. On December 5, 2020, Nyteisha Lattimore lost her life. Her son Nylo, at age 3, vanished into the river, his fate sealed, but his body never recovered. 5 years later, the court held Desean Brown responsible. He will live the rest of his years behind bars without parole. But the memory of Nyteisha and Nylo remains, in the grief of those who loved them, in unanswered questions, in the echo of a life extinguished. Justice may be served in the courtroom, but for many, true resolution lies somewhere beyond it.